Q.6 Rights given under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. 1. Conceptual Introduction. Article 21 of the Constitution of India stands as one of the most profound and dynamic provisions safeguarding human dignity and personal liberty. It reads, "No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law." Though appearing brief, its interpretation by the judiciary has expanded it into a vast source of fundamental human rights. Originally meant to protect individuals from arbitrary state action, Article 21 has evolved to encompass almost every aspect that makes life meaningful, dignified, and secure. It is rightly called the heart of fundamental rights and forms the foundation of constitutional humanism in India. 2. Scope and nature of Article 21. Article 21 protects two essential rights, the right to life and the right to personal liberty. These are available to every person, citizen or non-citizen alike. However, these rights are not absolute. The state can curtail them only by a just, fair, and reasonable legal procedure. Initially, in A.K. Gopalan v. State of Madras, 1950, the Supreme Court gave a narrow interpretation, holding that as long as there was a law, deprivation was valid. But in Maneka Gandhi v. Union of India, 1978, the court broadened the meaning, declaring that any law affecting life or liberty must be just, fair, and reasonable, linking Article 21 with Articles 14 and 19. This judgment transformed Article 21 into a living instrument of justice and human rights. I. Rights included under the right to life. 3. Right to life with human dignity. The Supreme Court in Francis Corley Mullen v. Union Territory of Delhi, 1981, held that the right to life includes the right to live with dignity, free from exploitation and humiliation. It implies access to basic necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, health, and education. This interpretation shifted Article 21 from mere physical survival to a dignified existence. 4. Right to livelihood. In Olga Tellis v. Bombay Municipal Corporation, 1985, popularly known as the pavement dwellers case, the court ruled that the right to life includes the right to livelihood because no person can live without means of subsistence. This protects workers and marginalized communities from arbitrary deprivation of employment and shelter. 5. Right to health and medical care. The court in Consumer Education and Research Centre v. Union of India, 1995, recognized health as integral to life, making it the duty of the state to ensure medical care, clean working conditions, and a healthy environment. The right to emergency medical treatment was reinforced in Parmanand Katara v. Union of India, 1989, which held that doctors cannot refuse treatment to accident victims. 6. Right to shelter. In Chameli Singh v. State of UP, 1996, the court affirmed that the right to shelter is part of the right to life, as it is essential for human dignity and security. Housing policies and slum rehabilitation programs derive legitimacy from this interpretation. 7. Right to clean environment and pollution-free water and air. The court in Subhash Kumar v. State of Bihar, 1991, and M.C. Mehta v. Union of India, 1987, declared that the right to life includes the right to live in a clean, pollution-free environment. Environmental protection became a constitutional responsibility, linking Article 21 with Articles 48A and 51A, G. 8. Right to privacy. In Justice K.S. Puttaswamy v. Union of India, 2017, a 9-judge bench of the Supreme Court held that privacy is an intrinsic part of life and liberty under Article 21. It encompasses informational privacy, bodily autonomy, and personal choice, forming the constitutional foundation for data protection and individual autonomy in the digital age. 9. Right to education. Before education became a separate fundamental right under Article 21 of the Supreme Court in Mohini Jain v. State of Karnataka, 1992, and Unni Krishnan v. State of Andhra Pradesh, 1993, held that the right to life includes the right to education, as it is essential for living with dignity. Later, the 86th Amendment, 2002, inserted Article 21 making free and compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 a constitutional mandate. 10. Right to clean drinking water. In Narmada Bachao Andolan v. Union of India, 2000, the court held that access to safe drinking water is part of the right to life, recognizing water as a basic necessity for survival and public health. 11. Right to reputation. The Supreme Court in Subramanian Swamy v. Union of India, 2016, affirmed that reputation is a facet of the right to life. Defamation laws thus derive constitutional justification from Article 21, protecting individual dignity against false and malicious attacks. 12. Right to die with dignity. In Common Cause v. Union of India, 2018, the Supreme Court recognized the right to die with dignity, allowing passive euthanasia under strict safeguards. Earlier, in Gyan Kaur v. State of Punjab, 1996, it had ruled that while the right to die is not included in life, dying with dignity is a legitimate aspect of it. This reflects the compassionate side of constitutional morality. 13. Right to a speedy and fair trial. In Husainara Khatun v. State of Bihar, 1979, the court declared that the right to a speedy trial is implicit in Article 21. This principle prevents prolonged detention and protects accused persons from judicial delays, ensuring procedural justice. 14. Right against torture and inhuman treatment. The court in Sunil Batra v. Delhi Administration, 1978, and D.K. Basu v. State of West Bengal, 1997, expanded Article 21 to protect prisoners and detainees from torture, solitary confinement, or custodial violence. The dignity of even convicts, the court held, must be respected. 15. Right to legal aid. The right to free legal assistance was recognized in Husainara Khatun and reinforced in Khatri v. State of Bihar, 1981, where the court ruled that the state must provide legal counsel to poor or illiterate accused persons. This ensures equality before law under Article 14 and fair procedure under Article 21. 16. Right to protection of children and human dignity. Article 21 has been used to protect children from exploitation, trafficking, and bonded labor. In M.C. Mehta v. State of Tamil Nadu, 1996, the court directed measures to prevent child labor and provide education. It affirms that dignity and freedom apply to all, irrespective of age or status. 17. Right to travel abroad. In Maneka Gandhi v. Union of India, 1978, the court declared that the right to personal liberty includes the right to travel abroad, rejecting arbitrary restrictions on movement and emphasizing that liberty encompasses both physical and psychological freedom. 18. Right to sleep and rest. In Ramlila Maidan Incident, 2012, the court interestingly held that the right to sleep peacefully without disturbance is part of the right to life, as sleep is a basic biological necessity connected with health and well-being. 19. Right to Internet Access, Emerging Dimension. In Anuradha Bhasin v. Union of India, 2020, the Supreme Court held that access to the Internet is essential for exercising freedom of speech and livelihood, linking it indirectly with Article 21. In the digital era, this interpretation extends the meaning of life and liberty to include connectivity and communication. 2. Rights included under the right to personal liberty. 20. Protection from arbitrary arrest and detention. Article 21 ensures that personal liberty cannot be curtailed without following a fair, reasonable, and lawful procedure. Preventive detention laws must satisfy this constitutional test. Judicial scrutiny of detentions under laws such as the National Security Act, NSA, flows from this principle. 21. Right to freedom from illegal surveillance and intrusion. Following the Puttaswamy judgment, personal liberty includes freedom from unauthorized surveillance, data misuse, and intrusion into private life, extending constitutional safeguards into the digital sphere. 22. Right to bodily autonomy and reproductive choice. Article 21 protects bodily integrity and reproductive rights. In Suchita Srivastav v. Chandigarh Administration, 2009, the court recognized a woman's right to make reproductive choices, including abortion, as part of personal liberty. 23. Right against unjust imprisonment and handcuffing. In Prem Shankar Shukla v. Delhi Administration, 1980, the Supreme Court ruled that unnecessary handcuffing of prisoners violates personal liberty, emphasizing human dignity even in custody. 3. Summary for quick understanding. Article 21 protects the right to life and personal liberty, interpreted expansively by the judiciary to include a wide spectrum of human rights, from basic necessities like health, shelter, and livelihood to modern needs like privacy, internet access, and environmental safety. It is the constitutional embodiment of human dignity, transforming India's democracy into a welfare-oriented and rights-conscious order. 4. Quick revision notes. Article 21 is equal to no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Covers life, liberty, dignity, privacy, livelihood, education, health, environment, and fair trial. Landmark cases: Maneka Gandhi, Olga Tellis, Francis Coralie Mullin, Puttaswamy, Husainara Khatun. Applies to all persons, citizens and non-citizens alike. Core idea: life means more than mere survival, it means living with dignity and freedom. One-line questions and answers for revision. 1. What does Article 21 guarantee? Right to life and personal liberty. 2. Who can claim protection under it? Every person, citizen or alien. 3. Which case expanded its scope? Maneka Gandhi v. Union of India, 1978. 4. What is meant by procedure established by law? A fair, just, and reasonable legal process. 5. Does it include the right to privacy? Yes, as affirmed in Puttaswamy v. Union of India, 2017. 6. Which case recognized the right to livelihood? Olga Tellis v. Bombay Municipal Corporation, 1985. 7. Is the right to health part of Article 21? Yes, as held in Consumer Education and Research Center v. Union of India, 1995. 8. What does the right to die with dignity signify? Passive euthanasia permitted in Common Cause v. Union of India, 2018. 9. What ensures fair legal process for the poor? Right to free legal aid. 10. What is the essence of Article 21? Living a life of dignity, liberty, and security under just law. 6. Final connection. Article 21 is the moral heartbeat of the Indian Constitution, the bridge between law and life. It transforms constitutional promises into lived realities, ensuring that justice is not abstract but humane and responsive. Through its ever-expanding interpretation, the Supreme Court has made Article 21 a living charter of human dignity, shaping India into not only a political democracy but also a compassionate constitutional republic. Q.7 Provision of Article 17 of the Indian Constitution.